guys. Go ahead and fire away.
Hey Trey, for your cleats, for my cleats, and getting to do the National Blood Clot Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean to you as far as being able to have a platform for that organization and for everything you've gone through?
Yeah, it means the world. I put up a tweet and Instagram post about it, talking about how I had blood clots in 2018. And for me, it was a life-changing event. Obviously, anytime you have something that threatens your health and overall well-being, it's different. And experience that at a young age, it changed me a lot. And being able to represent that, bring more awareness to the cause, and really potentially save lives and just bring more awareness to it, I'm ecstatic, I'm stoked that I can have the opportunity to give it a platform.
You think about, just because I know how much you got bombarded with questions during the draft from, I'm sure, teams and media and everything like that. First of all, for your health, any recurrence since then, or you have been completely healthy and no problems?
Yeah, none whatsoever. Been completely healthy. You got to really give a major shout out to University of Tennessee, their medical staff that did their due diligence, making sure that I was safe to play and just safe in my overall life as well. And then the Kansas City Chiefs medical staff has done a phenomenal job as well, just making sure that they were comfortable with the plan. And like I said, we have had zero instances, zero issues whatsoever, and it's been clean, But I thank God for it and, just thankful for my overall health and well-being.
You mentioned how it has changed you, and in a way it has, because you're regarded as one of the top young guards in the NFL. As you look back at your journey in the NFL now, knowing what you had to go through to get here, how much do you feel like, this was all worth it?
Yeah, it was hard going back to college days, not knowing if you're going to be able to play anymore. And then being able to be in the position I am today, is something short of amazing. Really thankful to be in the position I'm in. But, I think resiliency throughout my whole situation, man, things did not go right for a long time for me. But ultimately, keeping the faith, keeping a positive mentality and a workman's mentality, just keeping my head down, just keep working. Eventually, it's going to pan out. I'm thankful that I did that instead of choosing a different route, quitting and, sort of feeling bad for myself. But ultimately, super excited and thankful to be where I am today. Nothing short but the grace of God down here and standing in front of you today.
Trey, can you talk a little bit about the Denver defense? Coach was saying, looking at them, don't look at the record because they're still a very dangerous group. Can you talk a little bit about what you're seeing that kind of backs that up?
Yeah, I've briefly watched them on film a little bit, playing the guys last year. They're a very talented front seven and defensive front. Know a couple guys that play there. Haven't played them last year. Extremely athletic. They play hard. There's no quit in them. It's definitely going to be a tremendous challenge up front. Like Coach alluded to earlier, the record says something, but the team's playing extremely hard, and you have to respect that ultimately. But it's going to be a tremendous challenge up front.
And, of course, a division opponent. They always want to come at the Chiefs because the Chiefs have been at the top. So you're expecting their best shot, I would think?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Does the air there bother you? Am I the only person who climbs stairs there and can't breathe?
Yeah, game last year definitely felt it a little bit. It's just different, at altitude. It's definitely pretty real. I have some family members that lived out there, and just, this is something you have to acclimate yourself to as well.
Trey, when you look at your teammates on tape, on the O-line, or also in the workroom together, what characteristics make you guys so unique?
I think it's just the worker's mentality. Just going out there. We talk about, the mentality. It doesn't matter how you feel, the state you're in, get the job done, whatever it takes, whatever it means. So I think ultimately that's how I try to play the game. Just play no matter what happens, play hard for my teammates, play hard for my brothers beside me. Ultimately our goal is to get a win every week. So you play with that mentality that whatever it takes, I'm going to give my effort on this field. I think good, positive things are going to come out of it.
And for you and your teammates, you guys have had a couple times where you got rolled up on or something. You guys have soldiered through it, and week after week, game after game. Where does that come from for you guys?
I think it's just sort of like an O-line mentality. We have a job we have to do, and we have to move guys up front, and we have to put players that get more recognition than us a lot of times, get more of the acclaim, but ultimately we make things go. And, it's a sense of pride that I'm not going to let my team down. I'm not going to let my brothers down. I'm not feeling 100%. But I'm still going to go out here and try to give my all on this field. So for me, I think I can speak for myself, seeing a guy like Joe Tooney, definition of toughness to me, doesn't matter how Joe feels, he's going to try to go out there and get the job done. So for me, just seeing that, his leadership, it speaks volumes of how he plays. And for me, it's just like he set the standard, just going out there, even when you don't feel like you just go out there and play.
I know Cincinnati and a couple other opponents have kind of snagged 6 or 7 on third downs and you hit the line there. What all you guys have to evaluate and go through from a pass protection perspective?
Yeah, I mean, we just identify the fronts, man. A lot of times, Pat gives a call and we work with him. He's the field general out there, and we pretty much do what he says. We just adjust accordingly, whatever the game plan coaches has, and we sort of just operate like that.
Like Dick said, this time of year you're playing through all the bumps and bruises and everything. I know you've been having to kind of play with a knee brace lately. How does that impact you? Does it bother you at all?
No, I wouldn't say so. I mean, I think when you're limited athletically, sometimes you rely on the training, the technique, and the trust you have in that. So for me, going back to even the St. Joe's days, just trying to rely and focus and refine my technique to be in the positions I need to be.
Talk about being grateful. Are you grateful when Coach B&M called you big head?
Yeah, he made that comment the other day, man. It's not the first time I've been called big head, but no, that's pretty funny, man.
Trey, the line doesn't always get like the credit or the praise, but people are quick to criticize. How do you block that out, or do you just ignore it, or what do you guys do?
Yeah, just back to having a workman's mentality, just keeping our head down and grinding. Pretty much just coming to work every day with a chip on your shoulder, wanting to get better, wanting to improve, finding facets of our game that we can get better at. I think ultimately you can ask anyone in this league, it's not going to go your way you want every Sunday, but there's always something you're improving on. We're always chasing and striving for perfection, but we're going to come short because we're human beings. But, I think at the end of the day, just keeping our head down, working, and just trying to improve week in and week out.
And Trey, another group that maybe doesn't get the recognition deserves the training staff for you guys. What is it about them that they seem to be able to do the job that they do to get you guys back out on the field?
Yeah, they're beasts. They do a great job. Been there a little bit this year. Just the positivity, just being there, working on things, okay, addressing issues, figuring out and formulating plans, how we're going to get the job done. They've been extremely proactive this season and every year and trying to make sure we're at our best on Sundays, game days, and throughout the week, They do an excellent job working with them. I'm just thankful to have them in my lives as well.
Okay, thanks, Trey.
Thank you.
Thanks, Trey.